Hello, my friend. Welcome back to week 3 of your Mindfulness for Beginners course. I'm Victoria Ewan. How did you enjoy your loving kindness meditation? We're going to speak a little bit more about that later on in the video. And there's a lot more information in your email about that and all the research that has been done with it. But for now, I'd like to talk to you about mindfulness in different ways. So there's mindful eating, there's mindful walking, there's other types of mindful movement such as yoga or qigong or tai chi. There's mindful listening, and we all know when somebody has tuned out and they're not mindfully listening. There's mindfully speaking as well. Very important what comes out of our mouths. There's body scans that we did earlier on in week 1. Mindful breathing, which we'll practice at the end of this video. There's mindfulness awareness, so being aware of your breath, your body, your sounds, and there's visualizations as well. And so I have given you the mountain meditation and the lake meditation. So these are types of mindful visualizations. So as I said during the mindfulness course, the mountain meditation that I've given you, it's going to help cultivate a stability and a roundedness and helps keep us centered. I really suggest doing this meditation where you're not going to be disturbed at any time. The first time I did this mountain meditation, it was really, really profound and powerful for me. So I hope you have a similar experience. The same with the lake meditation. It's a really beautiful way of accepting things that come to us as stress comes to everybody, but recognizing that it's our reaction to it that really makes the difference on whether we're going to become embroiled with it, stressed, or whether it's going to affect us in a different way. So after each of these meditations and any other meditation that you choose to do, it's always a good idea to reflect on how you felt and if you liked the experience, if you resonated with the person doing the meditation. I've done meditations before and I didn't really resonate with the person's voice, so I decided not to do meditations with them because the voice was actually annoying me more than getting into a meditation. So just trying to find someone that you really resonate with and then doing it again and doing it again and doing it again. So each meditation experience is going to be different because every day is different. We never come to a meditation in the same way. So the loving kindness meditation that I gave you last week, it helps focus on developing feelings of goodwill, kindness, warmth towards others. So there has been an absolute enormous amount of research that has gone into the loving kindness meditation, and I do encourage you to read through it in your email. But we'll go through just a few of the benefits from it. It benefits our well-being to relieve ourselves from illness and to improve our emotional intelligence. So it increases positive emotions and it decreases negative emotions. It increases the vagal tone, which increases positive emotions again and feelings of social connection. So often we don't think of meditations as being healing, but they really, really are. There's so much research and research that shows that especially this loving kindness meditation can decrease migraines, decrease chronic pain, and decreases post-traumatic stress syndrome. Decreases schizophrenia spectrum disorders, activates empathy and emotional processing in the brain, increases grey matter volume. How amazing is that? That it actually increases the brain's matter. Increases RSA, increases the telomere length. And this is only something I've heard of recently, and it's an anti-aging part of our bodies. And the telomere length gets increased the more loving kindness meditation that you do. So it's just amazing. It increases our social connection, makes us more helpful person, more compassionate, more empathetic. It decreases our bias towards others and increases our social connection. Increases the love, the self-love that we have for ourselves. So many people that I see and come to me have such a low sense of worth, and I work with them quite a lot to improve their self-love, because it's so important. If we don't love and respect ourselves, then we're not going to be able to take care of ourselves, and if we fall into a heap, then we're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. So the loving kindness really helps us curb that self-criticism, and it's very effective even in very small doses, and it has a long-term impact. So I've written the source there, and you can have a look at it more. There's scientific-based reasons why this amazing meditation works. So it is interesting to know that the loving kindness meditation has been passed down in an unbroken line for over 2,500 years through the Buddhist tradition. So it's not just a fad, my friends. It's something that has worked over and over and over again. The development of this loving kindness meditation practice is a practical means by which we can learn to cultivate love for ourselves and for others. So it actively cultivates these positive emotional states towards ourselves and others, so that then we can become more patient, more kind, more accepting, and more compassionate. So as you know, I'm a yoga teacher and I follow the yogic philosophy. And in the yogic philosophy, we call this ahimsa, which means non-harming. So this meditation practice and mindfulness practice helps us to bring more harmony into our relationships with others. And so then we experience less conflicts, we resolve existing difficulties, and it deepens our connections with people that we already get along with. This mindfulness meditation helps us overcome our anger, resentment, and hurt, and I can personally recommend that. That has worked for me. So that, as I said at the beginning, there are different types of mindfulness practices that you might like to try. So there's mindful walking, and so when we're mindfully walking, we are being mindful about being in the present moment at all times. We feel the texture underneath our feet. We feel if it's hard or if it's soft or if it's moving or if it's still. We can feel the wind on our skin. We can listen to the sounds. What do you see in front of you, next to you, far away from you? And feeling the clothing on our skin. And when you find your mind starting to wander, you can look around you and you can bring your attention back to the physical movement of walking. So which muscles are we using? Which muscles aren't we using? How does our face feel? Are we smiling? Are we frowning? So we can really be in the present moment. I encourage you to try to do this. Mindful eating is something that I teach people who would like to help maintain their weight or to lose weight. So mindful eating, it's a really great way, like I said, to manage the weight and really enjoy our food. And it's also really, really great for our digestion. So when we're mindfully eating, we have no other distractions around. We have no TV on, we have no radio, no screens, no phones, no books, no papers. It is just your food. You pay full attention to what's going on in your mouth. The taste, the texture, the smell, the sound, what muscles you use to chew with it, how you cut it, what it feels like on your tongue and your teeth. And you'll actually find that you don't eat as much because your brain has time to acknowledge when your belly is full, and you will enjoy your food a lot more. And you may even start looking at your food intake and saying to yourself, now, am I practicing loving kindness towards myself by placing this into my body? Mindful breathing. So I'd just like to do this with you for a moment, because I think mindful breathing is something that we can bring into every single part of our day. And I do this at least 5 times a day. I try to do a mindful breathing technique every single time I drive, so that, before I start driving, so that I know I'm fully aware and present in the moment while I'm driving. So let's just stop for a moment, and I ask you to close your eyes or bring your gaze down. And I encourage you to feel the breath as it comes in and out of your nose, or your mouth if your nose is uncomfortable. You might feel that there's a different temperature on the inhale and the exhale. You might feel that one nostril is more dominant than the other. Can you feel the breath coming down the back of the throat? Can you feel the movement of the ribs as the breath come in and out of your lungs? Maybe the shoulders move, maybe the belly moves. Can you hear your breath? And just staying there for a few moments, breathing mindfully. And when you open your eyes, see if there's any change in how you feel. I'm just going to leave you with a few words. May you be peaceful, happy, and light in body and spirit. May you be safe and free from injury. May you be free from anger, afflictions, fear, and anxiety. Thank you for joining me today.